I don't know. That's all
It's
coming out of my
insane.
butt.
And if you count the dogs, but
Yes, yeah, they
they count.
count.
Yeah,
Marvel, we're waiting.
we're waiting. Our email is,
But I want to hear more about like a traditional Christmas.
well, you're not really gonna get it. Feliz Navidad, spammers. Welcome to the last Christmas episode. We are very sad that it's the last Christmas episode, but it's not the last one of the year. So make sure you stay tuned for the next one. But for today's episode, we're going to get into all things Christmas, which we're excited about because we love Christmas. And this is what we've been waiting for the entire year. So before we get started, though, let's talk about today's outfit. Nyla, let us know what you're
Uh,
wearing.
I have a classic Christmas outfit, the matching set. My socks also
Oh,
match.
we love it. Oh,
Yes,
cute. It looks like a onesie.
it does. No, it's pants. The socks are from two different places. This is from Target, I
Mm,
think. I think this is from Target, and then the
hmm
socks, I don't remember where the socks are from, but they're not from Target. And then I have a
They're
black
from your
shirt
drawer.
on. They are from my drawer. And then I have a black shirt on underneath because I'm cold. And I also have a
Yes.
Christmas hat on because Christmas.
Yay. Perfect. And she has
Yeah, I
a little
do.
twinkly design next to her eye. So you
I
should come
do.
to YouTube so you can see it.
I know. I worked really hard on it. AKA, I did this 2 minutes before I called Crystal.
Hey, 2 minutes? That's awesome.
Thank
They
you.
look good.
And now Crystal's
Um,
outfit.
yes. So my outfit is my Christmas PJs and they have a little Dutch hound on it and it says dashing through the snow,
Oh,
which I love. Wait, this is a matching set with my sisters, so it's one of my
oh,
favorites. Also, fun fact, I'm wearing my sister Cecilia's because I could not find mine. I don't know where mine went, so I'm borrowing it.
that works.
But yeah, also it's a long sleeve because yes, it is cold. Recently, it has been so chilly. Like I was telling Nyla, we were talking about this just right before we started recording, but it's been like 30s to 60s. And 60s can like sometimes be okay, but recently it's been like ice cold. So I don't know how we're surviving out here, but we're doing it. Yes, I do have
Yeah.
matching pants as well.
Yay, we're matching sets. But
Yay,
yeah, we're on the
matching
West
sets.
Coast. So for us to hit like
Mm-hmm.
30 is not normal.
Mm-mm. I mean, 30 has been all right, like nighttime because I'm sleeping.
Yeah.
But like this morning, around 8 in the morning, it was still 37 degrees. I'm like, what in the global warming? This
Yeah.
is too much.
It's got to be like at least 50, like 50 by 8. But no, it's
Yeah.
been consistently so cold.
Mm-hmm. But in the cold time, what's the best thing to do? Turn on a fireplace, maybe a warmer or something. Have your hot cocoa and then play your favorite Christmas music. So Nyla, let us know what your go-to or what's your favorite Christmas song? Do you have one?
Oh my God. It's so hard to pick one because I mean, I say this literally every time we have to pick a favorite. It's so hard to just pick a singular song, but I am the girl who plays All I Want for Christmas on December 1st. Like, I will blast All I Want for Christmas. I also really like Mistletoe by Justin Bieber. I won't
Oh, that's
lie.
a good one.
That
That's
one,
a
I
good
don't know
one.
why, but more of the classics, I do like Rocking Around a Christmas Tree and
Mm-hmm.
Jingle Bell Rock. I like the classics. The classics are fun.
Yes, I feel like you can never go wrong with a good classic. Do you listen to the All I Want for Christmas version with just Mariah Carey, or do you listen to the one with Justin Bieber?
Oh, just Mariah Carey.
Okay.
The only Justin Bieber song for Christmas is Mistletoe. I don't know
Wait,
why.
that's the only one you listen to? You don't even listen to like Drummer Boy, the
No.
What? Have you heard
Out of the
it?
Justin
Do you
Bieber
not like
ones,
it?
I don't know. I've only ever liked Mistletoe.
Uh, maybe you gotta listen to Drummer Boy.
Maybe.
It's pretty lit.
Oh, also Ariana Grande. I don't
Oh
usually
yeah.
listen to her very often, but her Christmas songs, they're there.
Oh yeah. Yeah, those are really, really good. I like those ones. She should drop more, honestly. I think she has the voice for Christmas music.
There's the one she did with Jade. what I don't know her name in real life, but Jade from
Oh, Liz
Victorious.
Gillis.
Yeah, they did what was it? Santa Tell Me?
Oh, I feel like I heard it, but I can't remember it. I don't know if I just didn't listen to it enough for me to like remember that song.
That
But
one's pretty fun.
yeah, she has a lot of good Christmas songs.
Oh, it's Santa Baby, the one that she does with Liz Gillies.
Okay. Snow in California. I like that one. That one's a good one.
I
When
don't
it
think I've heard that
snowed in
one.
California. What?
Yeah.
Good one. You gotta listen to that one. But my all-time favorite Christmas song is by my girl Miley. I love her.
Mm.
And it is Rocking Around the Christmas Tree. So good.
Yeah,
I
Miley's
love
version
her.
is really good.
Yeah, I love her raspy voice. Like I've always loved Miley, but now that she's in her like rock era, like pop rock, and like she's just like her voice is just so her now. I
Hmm.
love it. I love all of the songs she does. And that one is my all-time favorite. I also do like Sleigh Ride. I think those are the only two Christmas songs she's ever done though. At least that I've heard of.
Oh, I haven't heard Sleigh Ride yet. Her version of Rocking Around the Christmas Tree is really good.
I also do like the original, obviously,
Hmm.
by Brenda Lee. That was a good one. Honestly, there's like so many good Christmas songs. I used to work at a department store during Christmas time,
Mm.
and they would always have all of the Christmas songs, and I never got tired of them. That's the good thing about Christmas music.
Right. No matter how much you play it, can never get tired of it.
Mm-mm. I feel like maybe you'll get a little tired of it, like towards the end, like once Christmas is done, it's over with, but like then it resets January 1st.
Oh yeah, I don't like that weird week between Christmas and New Year's. Like it's not Christmas anymore. Christmas is done.
Yeah. It's like a weird time. It's like you gotta wait for January 1st and then you start the countdown for Christmas again.
Hmm. I
Um,
also really like the Hawaiian Christmas song,
oh,
Mele
which one?
Kalikimaka.
Yeah, I like that one too. That was a good one.
It's so fun.
Um,
I was at a Hawaiian restaurant the other day just picking up some food and they were playing it and I got really happy. I was
ah,
like, this is so cute.
cool.
I also, oh my God, Jonas Brothers released Christmas songs.
oh, I didn't
I
know
was,
that. I've
yeah,
never heard them before.
and I learned about it through Zumba, and well, their song
Oh
is one
yeah.
of my favorites. I don't probably because I associate it with Zumba, but
hmm
it's just fun. Everything when I think about Christmas music, I'm just like fun.
Yeah. Yeah, they just put you in a good mood. That's what matters. But speaking of Christmas music, I don't know which song this one is, like off the top of my head, what Christmas song is, but it's the one that says, oh, I think it's Santa Baby. It's Santa Baby, but like the original one, and it
Mhm.
goes, um, it's cold outside.
Baby, it's
It's
cold
cold
outside. That's not
outside.
Santa
That one,
Baby.
that one. Okay. Baby, it's cold outside. Something, something.
I really
Okay.
can't stay, but
Yeah, they
baby, it's cold outside.
oh, we love that. We love a little concert.
Copyright,
Uh,
copyright.
the part where they talk about pumpkin pie. We'll be
Oh,
eating
yeah.
some pumpkin pie. That one. Okay, every single time that song plays, I always think it says we're gonna have some effing pie. It sounds
Oh,
like it.
yeah.
Like I think it's the way that they make it sound. But like I always hear that. Like I don't even think it's pumpkin pie. I think it's
Hmm.
effing pie. I'm like, hell yeah, we're gonna have some effing pie.
Go pie. Woo!
But do you have any more Christmas songs you want to
I
talk about?
do. So when the new Grinch movie released, the 2019 version,
Mm-hmm.
Tyler the Creator did the soundtrack for it, and so he created a
Oh,
whole album of music just based on the Grinch, which was really good.
hmm
But he did the cover of You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch, and his cover is like my favorite of all time.
I remember hearing that one. I forgot about that one. Yeah, I can hear it in my head right now because I remember it from the trailer.
Hmm. And
Yeah.
then obviously Michael Bublé. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. And all that entire album.
hmm
Underneath the Tree, Kelly Clarkson, another one I really like. And then Last Christmas by Wham.
Okay. Just recently, speaking of Kelly Clarkson, she just recently released a Christmas song with Ariana Grande. They performed it last year
Mm,
and they released it this year. And it's so good. You have to listen to it.
I haven't heard it yet.
It's
Yeah.
Santa, Can You Hear Me?
Ooh, original.
It's so good. So good. So you should listen to that one after this is over with, so we don't
I
get
definitely
copyrighted
will.
here. Um, but did you have any other ones that you want to talk about?
That I think that's it for me. Do you have any more?
No. Well, I mean, I could like go in and like list all of them, but we'll save that. Do you have any like Christmas music that you don't necessarily like or that you don't like listening to?
I don't think so. Not that
Yeah,
I can not that I can think of.
yeah, same, honestly. I feel like it's all good. I put that
I,
question there, but I don't even have an answer for it.
I feel like that's for the haters.
People, bah humbug.
Yeah, the people that don't like Christmas, that's for them.
Yeah. My next question is, where would be your dream Christmas destination? Or like how do you envision your dream Christmas destination?
Why did we look at that question at the same time?
Did we? Is that the one you just looked at?
I was looking at the list and that I looked at that one and I was like, huh, where would it be?
You're in my head. Get out of my
Yeah.
head.
Do you have an answer?
I do.
Okay, tell us your answer because I need time.
Okay. Okay. I got you. So I've been waiting for this question my whole life.
Mhm,
Okay, so it's always been a dream of mine to spend Christmas in a cabin surrounded by
mhm,
snow, like a white Christmas. And I would love for there to be like a record player and we could put like Frank Sinatra on the record player and you could hear the little psh, from the record player, Frank Sinatra playing. We have a little fireplace going as well. Maybe some hot cocoa. Everything's like decorated, like Christmas, traditional Christmas, because that's what I love. It's like
mhm,
the red, green, black, white. My favorite, my go-to. And then smells like something's baking. It could be brownies, cookies. I'm not picky. Maybe the peppermint dark chocolate cookies are baking.
mhm,
My mom's making some tamales on the stove. We're outside or we're inside playing, watching a Christmas movie, The Grinch on a giant screen TV or a projector. Yeah,
mhm.
that would be my dream. Oh, we're all wearing matching PJs as well.
Gathered around the fire,
Yes.
all the presents under the tree.
That sounds like a song. We should put a song together.
um, yeah, that's why I was thinking because being from California, we
hmm
don't really. It's not like a summer Christmas because it's still cold, but
Yeah.
it's not really Christmas because it's not snowing or anything. It's so plain, like
Yeah.
it's just like cold
Right?
outside.
Right. One year it rained on Christmas and I was so excited because that was like the closest we get to snow.
Wasn't that last year?
I think so, honestly.
I remember Vlogmas.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
Oh, see, you have better memory than I do. This is why I like vlogging because I forget things.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was last year for you.
hmm
I actually it was last year because it rained here as well on
Okay.
Christmas last year. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it was pretty vibey because it was
Mhm.
like cloudy, which is what I imagine it to be like when it's snowing. So it was really, really nice. But do you have a dream destination?
So I'm with you.
Okay.
I've always wanted a white Christmas. That's what I was thinking of when I first started thinking about it. I was like, a white Christmas would be so fun, like
hmm
cabin style, just snow everywhere, like a blanket of just white. Um,
hmm
Same as you, typical like Christmas. However, I also would be so down for like I have cousins in Australia and New Zealand, and their Christmas is
Ooh.
during summer.
Oh
So they're
yeah.
like in like their bathing suits at the beach, barbecuing, like full on
For
like summer
Christmas?
Christmas. Yeah.
Wow.
And
That's
so
cool.
my parents growing up also in Fiji, their Christmas was also in summer. And so they would have
Uh-huh.
like lemonade and cake and they had a summer
Oh,
Christmas. And I feel like that would be really cool at the same time. So it's either like
it
I
would.
want one of the extremes. I want
Yeah.
super, super winter or super, super summer. I'm tired of whatever this is.
Whatever we get.
Yeah.
Yeah. The little in between thing.
Yeah.
That would be cool. Have you then so you've never been to Australia during Christmas time or you
No,
never
not during
fly?
Christmas.
Okay.
I've actually never been to Australia. I've been to Fiji.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Uh that would be fun though.
But
Maybe
yeah.
that should be on your bucket list.
Yeah, because I have a cousin out there and she was like, you need to come out here for Christmas one year. And I was like, I
hmm
actually really do. Because I want to experience a summer Christmas. It's just so odd. The concept of it, like
Yeah.
growing up American, the concept of a summer Christmas is so weird.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that cuz Do you know who Casper Lee is? He
I
was
do
like
know who
pretty big on
Casper Lee
YouTube.
is.
Okay.
Yeah.
I remember he would always post that his Christmas was on summertime, and I was like, what? Like, I never expected that. And so
Oh,
that
because he's
always
South
like,
African, right?
hmm
Hmm.
and so I think they have like their Santa Claus is on a surfboard,
Hmm.
where ours is like on a sleigh. It just seems
I
so fun.
It seems so fun, right? Like it's
Hmm
so different.
Yeah, I agree. It would be
But
cool to like see what it's like.
yeah, but I also really, really want to experience a white Christmas at least once in my life.
hmm So to kind of go off of that, have you ever experienced snow?
I have.
Oh,
Yes.
tell us about
Yeah.
that.
Well, growing up, okay, the one myth everyone's like, it doesn't snow in California. No, yes, it does. Okay, it does snow in California. You just
Yeah.
have to go really, really inland, as far
hmm
inland as you possibly can go. It does snow here. Okay, we're
hmm
not completely, vibes. I mean, we are vibes, but there's snow. And
Yeah.
so it's actually a tradition for my family. It was
Ooh.
pre-COVID. It was a
Okay.
tradition where every January, so right
hmm
after New Year's, we
hmm
would go to a cabin in Lake Tahoe and we would stay out there and go tubing and do all the snow activities.
Ooh. Fun. That's a lot of
But
fun. I've always wanted to do that, like snowboarding and like what's the one where you like sit on something and you
yeah,
slide
that's
down?
tubing.
Okay.
Yeah. I
Like
don't know how to
those.
snowboard or ski. I'm like I don't know if I'm ready for that. I haven't been to the snow enough to get on
Uh-huh.
like a board and be like, snowing now?
Woo!
I'm so scared I'm gonna fall and like die.
Yeah, or like yeah. Honestly, that's a scary part because like snow, you can be caught in an avalanche too, and you just never know. Also, like, how do you really stop yourself? Because when I see like skiers, they're like whoosh, whoosh, whoosh
You
down
gotta
the
like
mountain.
side. Like it's like with the ski, you gotta push it to the side so that it like I don't know. That's all
It's
coming out of my
insane.
butt.
We're feeding you guys lies here.
Yeah. Crystal, have you not experienced snow?
Oh no, I have.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, no, same with you like California, you think it never snows, but like I live in Arizona and I border California. So if I drive out like 2.5 hours in either direction in California, I can like if we go up into the mountains, it snows. It's this place called Julian, which I think is like pretty well known for anyone that lives like in Southern California and like Arizona, like close to California. It snows a lot, but it also gets really, really packed up there since, I mean, everyone who wants to see snow is like going up there at the same time. However, I remember going there when I was little. It was the first time I was ever going to see snow, but it wasn't like a lot of snow. It was like snow once it's starting to dry out that it kind of looks like ice.
Hmm.
But when we were going up the mountain, there's no rails on the side of the mountain. So I remember being so scared because we were like swerving on the side of the mountain, like going up. And then when we got really like close to the location, which is Julian, the roads start to get very narrow. And so you have to like wait for a car to pass before you go. So imagine like you're both in there and then
Mm,
you're just stuck.
that's a
So,
fear because I
mhm.
wouldn't want to reverse.
Yeah. Cause then like what if there's like black ice too? And then you get caught in that and then your car, I don't know, I don't even want to think about that. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's pretty scary.
That's also another thing. It's never Have you ever experienced like fresh snowfall? Because
Oh
every
yeah.
snowfall I've experienced going to like Tahoe and stuff, it's
Uh-huh.
always been like the icy, like has been sitting there for a while,
Yeah.
snow. And that's
Yeah, you
not
can't really
as
like
fun.
grab it. Yeah. Yeah, I get you. Yeah, we've experienced that, the like dry ice, but the one time I got to experience like fresh snow, it was falling, was probably like 4 years ago. I got to go on a trip to New Mexico for a leadership conference, and it snowed, like, so much. It was so cool to experience. We even, like, had to delay our trip because it snowed so much, and I remember it's, like, one of my most favorite memories, but I remember it was, like, snowing down, and we were all outside, and we were having a snowball fight with random people we never even knew, and we're just,
Hmm.
like, throwing snowballs at each other, and there were even, like, people coming out on their balcony and they were like throwing snowballs down at us and we were throwing snowballs up at the roof. It was cool. And then there was this time as well, well, like during that same trip where one of my friends was trying to throw a snowball down at us from his balcony. And I don't even know how, but I just reached my hand up like this and I caught the snowball in midair. It was like an epic moment. I was like, did you guys see that?
She's an athlete. She said,
hmm
I can do it. Throw it.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Try
Yeah.
me."
No, really, really. I felt so cool during that moment. But yeah, that was like one of my best memories. But yeah, it was like really like fluffy snow was
Hmm.
falling out of the sky. And, you could see the snow like starting to pile up. It like strangely wasn't as cold as you would think it was. Like
Hmm.
it was even starting to get warm. Like during the time when we were having our snowball fight, I was already taking off my coat because it was like warm.
Yeah, because you're also doing physical activity too, right?
hmm
And then
But yeah.
my theory is because when it's sunny out and it's like there's snow on the ground, the sun reflects off the snow and it just gets really hot. Like you need sunglasses when it's in snow. I never thought about that. I was like,
Yeah.
why would you need sunglasses in the snow? You
Yeah.
need sunglasses when it's snowing.
See, these are all things that us people who don't experience snow don't know.
Yeah, we have no idea. And it's like they're like, "Oh, layer up." It's like you don't really need to layer up that much because you're doing stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, it's only like when
Yeah.
you're standing still or it's like really, really cold. But I mean, for the most part, like it's not that cold. You would think because there's like ice all around you that it'd be like a freezer or something, but it's not.
California.
Yeah.
California snow.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's different in the rest of the world, but California
Yeah,
snow,
probably.
it's not that cold.
Yeah, no, it really isn't.
I've always wanted to experience that fresh snow. I've always
hmm
experienced the like leftover couple days old snow, and it's like I want to experience it where I'm walking outside and it's snowing.
Yes. And it would be so cool to experience it in New York City.
Is that a destination that you'd like to experience a Christmas one year or something?
Yes, it's on the top of my bucket list. I don't know if it's just because, like, in all the Christmas movies, it's always in New York, and so it
Hmm.
just looks so magical during Christmas time. Plus, they have like the whole like Rockefeller Center with the giant Christmas tree, which we talked about in the Marvel movies, and
Hmm.
then ice skating. I've never been ice skating before. That seems fun. Have you been?
Yeah.
Did you fall?
Yeah. Well, okay. Okay. Listen, I'm I'm not that bad. I
Mhm.
don't need to hold on to the side the entire time. I'll hold on to the side my first round. And then by
Mhm.
the second round, I can kind of let go. I'm not fast, but I can let go. The thing is,
So you're like,
historically, when I have gone ice skating, for some reason, and this has happened, I think this has happened twice,
mhm.
where I've been perfectly fine. I have done a couple rounds, and then it's like, okay, it's time to leave now. Let's exit. I have tried to go to the exit and I fall right at the exit. I
Oh
have witnesses
no.
that this has happened. Like, and it's happened more than once where I'm
Mhm.
perfectly fine the entire time and right when I'm exiting, I fall.
It's tradition. You
I
can't
hate it. Falling on ice is not fun.
Does it hurt? Does it hurt
Hmm.
more than falling on, like, concrete?
I think so.
Really?
I think so.
Okay,
People
have
might feel
you
different, but
mm,
when your butt hits the ice, it's like pain just shoots up
uh,
your entire body.
yeah, no, that sounds painful. I have 2 questions for you. 1, did you go ice skating in, like, the Bay Area, or did you go okay.
Because usually we have ice skating rinks put up around this time of the year. So there's one
Mhm,
in San Francisco in Union
mhm,
Square, like the center where the big Christmas tree is.
mhm,
And so there's an ice skating rink there. I went once there, and then there was another one when I was like a child. We went to in South Bay in San Jose,
mhm,
and they put up ice rinks everywhere during the
mm.
holidays.
Okay.
Hmm.
And then my second question is, have you ever been roller skating?
I have once also.
Which one's harder? Or is it, like, similar?
I personally feel like ice skating's harder
Okay.
because I don't know why. When you go roller skating, the wheels, there's like four wheels on it, right? But when you're on ice
Mhm.
skates, it's literally just like a thin piece of metal. And so
Yeah.
mentally, I feel safer roller skating. And it was a lot easier for me to
Mm.
roller skate. I didn't fall while roller skating, but I
Okay.
fell while ice skating. So
Okay. That makes sense. Plus, I feel like you'd have to have more balance, right? Since the blade is, like, so thin.
it's more balanced. And it's also because you're on ice. So the ice
Mhm.
can be, if someone's skating next to you or skating near you, the ice can change. You're rollerblading, you're
Oh,
on a consistent floor.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, no, I've never been ice skating, so now I'm curious, but I'm also scared to fall.
If you ever have the chance to do it, I would suggest doing it at least once in
Mhm.
your life, trying it out. I won't ever seek out to go ice skating. I'm never gonna be like, "We should go ice skating." But if
Mhm.
someone were to be like, "Hey, you wanna go ice skating?" I'm not opposed, but I'm
Ah.
not gonna be the person to ask.
You're gonna be like, "Hey, let's all go ice skating and add to my trauma."
Yeah.
But before we get any further, let's segue back to when you talked about family traditions. I'm very curious what your family normally does. I know you said you were raised in a Muslim family. So how
Mhm.
does that affect your, I guess, Christmas? Like how's your Christmas different than what the traditional Christmas is?
Well, I don't know what a traditional Christmas is, so I'm excited to hear your
Oh.
view of that. But
Mhm.
growing up, we still celebrated majority of Christmas. We celebrate holidays more as a thing of everyone has a day off, we might as well just get together. Same thing
Yeah.
Thanksgiving, like we don't care about the meaning behind anything. On my mom's side,
Mhm.
we're not as religious, and so on my mom's side, we celebrate everything. Whereas on my dad's side, we don't
Mhm.
really celebrate anything. So it's interesting
Mm.
the two dynamics of like my family. But we've celebrated Christmas on my
Mhm.
mom's side my entire life. My little cousin, the one I talk about most, was born Christmas Day. And
Aw.
so we celebrate my cousin's birthday every year along with Christmas. So that has been a thing
Mhm.
for, oh God, how old is that child gonna be? Oh, 14 years we're going on celebrating the birthday
Wow.
Christmas combination.
Have you ever asked her how she feels about sharing birthday with Christmas?
Um, she doesn't mind it. She really loves Christmas, so
Okay.
it works out perfectly.
Okay. What other things you guys do? Like, do you guys get together, eat specific foods?
It's not anything too crazy.
Mhm.
We literally just get together to eat, all the cousins hang out. It's very simple, very quiet. We don't do too
Mhm.
many crazy things.
Do you guys
Mhm.
do gifts or is it just I know you mentioned like the white elephant. Is that what you guys do?
Yeah. So white elephant's the
Mm.
main gift exchange, and then the kids will get gifts. Like they'll get
Mhm.
usually just cards with money.
Mm.
No complaints
Can't
from the
complain
children.
about that.
Yeah. Uh, I'm a big gift giver. We've talked about
Mhm.
it. And so for my little cousins, even my older cousins too in the past, I have Christmas gifts ready for every single one of them. And
Mm.
so that's a tradition, I guess, within itself is that I get gifts for everyone. And
Mhm.
then sometimes I'll get a gift back here and there.
Aw. Yeah. No, that's good. Just a little something here and there.
Yeah. But I want to hear more about like a traditional Christmas.
Well, you're not really gonna get it.
Oh.
I'm just I'm just kidding. So, we don't really, like, necessarily celebrate it, like, traditionally, like, how everyone does it. When we were younger, we would do more of the traditional stuff, like, we would go to church and all of that, but
What do you
honestly,
do
we more
now?
so well, we celebrate it more kind of like you guys as well, like, where we
Hmm.
just it's a day for all of us to get together, kinda like with Thanksgiving, like, we don't really celebrate the meaning behind Thanksgiving, but we
Hmm.
just like gather together. It's like a day where we can all just take advantage of this holiday
Yeah.
type of
Eat
thing.
food, hang out. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah. Spend time together, get presents.
Hmm.
Yeah. But growing up, like we would always open our presents on the 24th, which is a question I had for you guys. Like if you guys do open presents together, like do you guys open your presents on the 24th at midnight or do you guys wait till Christmas Day on the 25th?
We wait till we're all together. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, see, we that's one of our traditions is waiting till midnight to open our presents. So when we were younger, all of our family would get together at around like maybe 7 or 8 and all of us kids would be like counting down the hours till
Hmm.
midnight. And so we would do a bunch of things like we'd play games. We'd obviously have like our food in between, but we would beg and beg our parents to let us open the presents before midnight every single year. And they would always be like, "No, you guys have to wait. You guys have to wait." And I don't know why, but like back then, maybe because we were younger, we didn't really have like a perception of time, but
Hmm.
it felt like it took so long for it to be midnight. And
Hmm.
now I feel like in a blink of an eye, it's midnight already. So it's funny to like see that comparison. But yeah, I guess that's kind of like what we do every year. So I
Hmm.
guess that's our tradition. But other than that, we don't really have like the traditional types of Christmas. What are some of your family's like Christmas traditions? What is something you guys do like every single year during Christmas time?
We eat.
Do you guys
It's
have a meal that you guys cook every single year?
no.
So like something different?
Yeah, for Thanksgiving, we talked about it in that episode,
Mm-hmm.
but we do like traditional Thanksgiving where it's like
Mm-hmm.
turkey and mashed potatoes and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
For Christmas, it's whatever the cook is feeling for that day. We don't have anything specific. It's kind of nice.
Yeah, I feel like that's kind of good though, because then sometimes with like food every single year, like having a tradition, you can get tired of it sometimes,
Yeah.
especially if you have it like before Christmas time. Like we do like tamales, which I
Mhm.
love tamales, but I've been having a lot of tamales recently. So I'm kind of like, Mom, can you do something a little different? Like I'm kind of like I've had enough tamales. But if there's tamales, I'm gonna eat them, you know?
Mhm.
They're still good. It's
They're still
just
good.
yeah, I want like something different.
If you don't want tamales this year, what else would you want?
Well, I asked for pozole.
I was okay, that's what was on my mind. I was like, did Crystal
Yeah.
ask for pozole or what?
Yeah, I asked for pozole because like I haven't really had pozole that much.
Mhm.
And so I think that would be something that's a little different, but it's also still kind of like a tradition thing. Because growing up, we would either have like tamales or pozole or both or menudo, but I'm not a huge fan of menudo.
Mhm.
So it just depends. Have you ever had menudo?
I have not.
Okay, don't try it. I'm just
I've had
kidding. You might
pozole.
like it. You might like it. I
Uh-huh.
don't like it because it like the meat they use on it. It's like I have trypophobia, so it scares me.
Oh, yeah, no, I also have trypophobia.
Yeah, so I can't do
I'll
it.
stay away from that. But yeah, pozole
Yeah.
because it's like it's a soup, right? Pozole. So I feel
Hmm.
like that would be fun for
Yeah,
like the
that's
winter
so good.
seasons. Yeah.
It's the best. I remember like growing up, I was obsessed with pozole.
I have more questions for you
Hmm.
because I grew up an only child, so my Christmases were surrounded by my like external family.
Hmm.
But with you, you grew up with three sisters, how
Hmm.
was your Christmases with just like your family? Do you guys do anything special with just the six
Mm.
of you?
So before we used to celebrate with all of our family, but now it's just mainly we spend it like just us, like the six of us. So my parents and then my sisters and I. And if you count the dogs, but
Yes, yeah, they
they count.
count.
Yeah.
Gigi gets her
So,
gifts.
yeah, she does. Oh yeah, she does. But yeah, now like we celebrate it and I kind of like it more because it's like more low key. When
Hmm.
you're younger, you obviously like you're playing with your cousins and all that stuff. So it makes it more fun. But I like just like spending time with just my family. Um, I mean, not to add to the fact that I am also very introverted and antisocial. So it's like, it just makes more sense
You're
to
like the
like just
smaller the better.
yeah. So it's fun. Like I think the last two Christmases we've spent it just here at home, like by ourselves, and it's been really nice, and we usually all get each other gifts. So we still get like a good amount of gifts, like just us. But
Hmm.
when we were younger, we would get more gifts. And so I actually want to talk about this because it's funny, like when you brought up the whole thing about how like it's mainly like you give gifts and your cousins like sometimes give you gifts. Well, I was thinking back to like when I was younger and we would always get gifts, right? Like all our aunts and uncles would like
Hmm.
give us all gifts, plus our parents would get us a gift, and then Santa would get us a gift. And so like we went from like having all of these gifts to like now we're the ones who have to give gifts,
Yeah.
sort of thing. And it's like, whoa, slow down there. I want to keep receiving gifts, please. It's a shock. It really
Yeah,
is.
the older you get, the less gifts you receive, and I hate it.
Yeah.
I
Right?
I hate it. Where's my envelope? All my aunts and uncles.
Yeah.
I want my envelope still. They're
Yeah.
like, "No, you've reached a certain age, like you don't get gifts anymore." I'm like, "I'm still a kid,
Exactly.
still a child."
Exactly. Exactly. My one of my uncles every single year for Christmas. I know on the last Christmas gift wish list, I talked about how I don't really like gift cards. I I don't like gift cards when it's from someone that knows me. Like if you know me,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
gonna be upset if you give me a gift card. But if somebody like who doesn't know me that much gives me a gift card, like I love it, right? But one of my uncles would give us he would give all of the cousins gift cards to like Burger King or something. And
Mm.
then just one year they stopped. And I was like, why?
Where's
But
the
it's
gift
because we
card?
all got too old. Yeah.
Yeah. It's really a change.
Hmm.
And yeah, I said that earlier that like nowadays it's like I could get a gift, I might not, you know. But
Hmm.
when I was younger, I was guaranteed a gift from every single family, you know? And now I'm
Yeah.
like not guaranteed it anymore and I'm just like where's my compensation for me giving the gifts? I want my compensation.
Exactly. But then if you think back to it, like you never got your aunts and uncles gifts. So it just kind
Hey,
of
I was the kid. I used to do arts and crafts, okay? And I used to make little and I know like my aunts were probably like, "Nyla, what is this? Like what are you it's a piece of paper. What are you giving me?" But as a
Yeah.
child, I was like I would I used to make I used to do origami a lot. And so there was
Mm.
one year where I made little paper stars for all of
Hmm.
my aunts. And I felt
Aw.
so bad because I was like, well, I feel bad as an adult now because I'm like it's literally a piece of paper. But as a kid, I was like, "Oh my god, I need to personalize it to each of their personalities." And so each star
Aw.
was a different color because I knew which colors my I would pay attention and I would be like, "Okay, my aunt's going to like this one, my aunt's going to like." And so it was still meaningful, you know,
Aw.
I still did something.
Yeah. No, that's cute. I'm sure that they do appreciate it because, like, I'll have like my little nieces sometimes they come over and then they bring me a drawing. And, you know, it's not technically the most beautiful drawing in the world, but I love it because they
It's
like,
the love.
yeah,
Yeah.
they took time before coming over here. They're like, oh, Tia Crystal's gonna love this. So they put it together and they brought it to me. And I'm like, oh, thank you. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm sure they appreciated that.
Oh, yeah. They probably did. I there was one aunt who had it in her room on display, and every time I would see it, I'd be
Aw,
like, "I made that. I did that. That was me." And
that's
so
cute.
I did technically for the people who gave me gifts, I did give them something in return. It was just
Aw.
from the heart and not monetary.
Yeah, yeah. No, that's cute though. That's really cute and very thoughtful of you as a kid. What is then, because you're a gift giver, what
Mhm.
is one of the best gifts you've ever given?
Given.
Hmm.
Ooh, I don't know.
It could be something
Oh my
simple, like just
god.
something you thought about and you're like, oh, this person would really love it.
I know, I'm, like, blanking on what I've given people. Okay,
Go back
hold
to your
on.
bullet journals.
Yeah, I was gonna say I need a second
Okay, I'll
because
share mine.
I have records of everything.
I'll share mine.
Mhm,
Um, the best gift I've ever given, I think it was to our parents. We gave them tickets to go see Pepe Aguilar, he's like a Mexican singer. My parents had never gone to like a big concert, and me and my older sister, we took note of that. We're like, okay, this year for Christmas, we're gonna get them concert tickets. And so we got the concert tickets, we got the hotel, and we surprised them. I think it's in one of our vlogmases or my vlogmas. And it was really fun to also get to experience their gift kind of with them because we did go with them to Vegas as well, but we didn't
mhm.
get to go into the concert. But they
You
got to
gotta
experience the
go.
concert. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then also like when we went that time, we had booked a specific hotel, but the when we got there the hotel was like overbooked because I
Mhm.
guess it was a busy weekend. And so we were like stuck there like trying to contact, I think it was Expedia that we used, and like try to get our money back or something, but they ended up moving us to another hotel and it was like a major upgrade, and so it was really nice. It was a fun experience.
Yeah, that's a win-win.
Yeah, it
That's a
really
really good
is.
gift also. Like we talked about in the gift episode, an experience.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are more fun. But what about yours?
Okay, I figured it out. I went back,
Okay.
went into the archives. It was also an experience gift, which is
Mm-hmm.
funny. So I guess experience gifts are top tier. But
Uh-huh.
my friend and I, she had just moved back. So she moved away
Mm-hmm.
and she moved back to California. And so this was
Mm-hmm.
her first Christmas with us since like high school. And I didn't know what to get her at all. I was like stuck. And
Mm-hmm.
so what I did was I set up a little Bob Ross paint date and
Uh-huh.
so we literally I bought canvases, I bought paints and everything, and then we
Oh,
just sat there and we painted paintings.
painted.
And then we switched paintings at the end of the day. So she has mine, I have
Oh,
hers. Yeah. And then we went to
cute.
dinner after that.
Oh, Oh,
And she like
fun.
really appreciated that. So that's
Yeah.
why it's like top tier.
Yeah. See, it's like those experiences, they just mean so much more.
Hmm.
Genuinely, they do. And I feel like you remember that more as well. Because do I remember half the gifts I got as a kid that I like wanted so badly? No, I
Hmm.
don't even remember them. But I remember like whenever someone like went all out for me. Like I
Hmm.
literally remember like remember how we were talking about like friends and you write your once a year love letter to your friends and stuff. Like I remember in high school, like I got this big bag from one of my best friends and like she had like written several messages throughout the gift. And I remember that was like probably one of my favorite gifts I had ever received too, because it was like it was cute, it was thoughtful. She put time into it. She thought about things I would like, and it was a good, solid gift.
Hmm.
Uh, but I guess kind of to go off of gifts as well. So you don't you never believed in Santa at all, like not even as a kid?
I
I
didn't
know
know
you
Santa
mentioned
was
it.
like, yeah. I mentioned it last episode, but I
Mm,
did not know Santa was a thing. Like I knew who
really?
Santa was, but
Hmm.
I never believed in this concept of this guy coming through the chimney and giving me gifts because
If you really think about it, it's weird.
we never had a tree in my house. Like
Uh-huh.
we didn't buy a Christmas tree until I was a little bit older and I begged my mom to please buy me a Christmas tree.
Oh.
And then she got me a little 3 foot one from the dollar store and I
Oh.
was so happy with my little tree and I would wrap my
Mhm.
own presents and put it
Oh,
under the tree. Yeah. So I
stuff you
never
already
had
had.
literally actually stuff I like it would be my own stuff. I wouldn't buy new
Uh-huh.
things. That's so funny. Yeah, so I never had this idea of like someone coming down the chimney and putting,
Mhm.
but I watched the Santa Claus.
You're like, "So I believed in it, kinda."
I believed in Tim Allen.
I believed he could save
Hmm.
Christmas. That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
How
actually
was
really
your
interesting.
experience?
Oh my god, so I used to believe in Santa, like, to the core. I was like,
Yeah.
"Yes, he's my mans."
Did you like
Um,
leave out cookies and stuff? Like, tell me all
we
about it.
would. We would
Yeah.
leave out cookies and milk, and they would be gone. Sometimes he would be messy, man. He would, like, leave crumbs all over. I'm like, "Damn, now I gotta pick this up."
Yeah.
But no, and we would write, like, our letters to Santa. Like, I think it was on the 23rd or the 24th because we celebrate on the 24th.
Hmm.
Um, so we write our letters to Santa, we would put them on the tree, and then they would disappear. And
Oh.
then the milk and cookies obviously, and then our Christmas presents were there. And so there were like I remember so many times that I would like walk out and I would like check to see if like Santa had delivered the gifts yet. And it was
Hmm.
like 10, 9, 11. Like I would walk out several times like I had to pee, quote unquote
Hmm.
pee, but I went to go like spy on the
You're
tree to
like
see if he's been there.
investigating.
Yeah. I'm like I'm gonna catch him.
Hmm.
But yeah, no, like that's one thing I'm very grateful for that I did get to experience that. Very privileged of me to be able to experience that. But when we were little, like my parents would go all out too. I remember my dad tells us this story about how we were like coming home one year and like my dad, he was opening the door. He's like, if Santa didn't deliver gifts this year, I'm never gonna believe in him again. And we're like, no, Dad, no, you can't not believe in Santa.
Oh.
And so he's like, no, no, if he didn't leave gifts, I'm not believing in him. And so when he opened the door, he opened it and then there were presents there. And we're like, see, we told you Santa's real. And then he like told us, he's like, what's that? What's that noise? And we're like, oh my God, yeah, I could hear it. They're reindeers on top of the roof. There were no reindeers on top of the roof, but all in our
That's so
kid head.
cute
Yeah.
though.
And then my dad, I think he's like, yeah, look, he's right there. And I'm like, yeah, look, he's right there. And then he tells us how like one year he like even ran ran to like chase Santa and he like jumped over a fence and like went all above and beyond for it.
He's like,
It
I'm gonna
was
get Santa for you guys.
yeah, I'm like, yeah, catch him. That's my dad. No,
That's so
yeah.
sweet.
Yeah, that's something I'm very, very grateful for that we did get to experience that. But I mean, you kind of start to know the Santa's not real,
When
you
did
know?
you start to know?
I honestly don't remember the exact year. Maybe like once I was in like grade school. Because
Hmm.
I mean, you start to hear from other kids like, "Oh, Santa's not real. Santa's your parents," and you're like, "No, not true." And also from your older cousins because they stopped getting gifts, so they're kind of like being bah humbug to you,
Hmm.
like trying to ruin the magic, and you're like, "No, no, it's not true." But then you start to question it because you really think about it and you're like, it's not actually possible,
This
like,
guy
oh
goes
man.
around the entire world.
Yeah. And so, I mean, I think for a while there, I didn't really believe in Santa, but I still kept getting gifts from Santa. So I wasn't going to tell my parents that I didn't believe in Santa
You
because I
also had
wanted
little
gifts.
sisters,
Yeah.
so they probably
Yeah.
still believed in it.
But I think it was like when I was, I think in fourth or fifth grade, we stopped getting gifts. And it was really sad because my little sisters were still getting gifts.
Oh,
Yeah. And I was like, oh, I still believed in Santa. One year, actually. This is an embarrassing moment for me. But you got to do what you got to do.
oh yeah.
So I think it was maybe fifth grade or fourth grade. I can't remember exactly, but I remember my parents like called us into the room and they're like, "You guys obviously know Santa's not real, so we're not gonna get you guys gifts, but we're gonna get your sisters gifts." And I was like, "No, I thought Santa was real.
You're
How
like
you
full
guys
on
ruined this
drama.
for me?" No, for real. I had like the waterworks and everything. My
Mhm.
parents felt bad. I know they probably didn't know that. Wait. I know they probably already knew I didn't actually believe in Santa, but because I was
Mhm.
putting on the waterworks, they felt bad, so they went to go get me a gift, and that was the last year I ever got.
That's a big bang. That's a way to go out. If you're
Mhm.
gonna not get Christmas gifts anymore, at least one more.
For real. So that's my audition tape for Marvel, so they can see
Yes,
it. Yeah,
Marvel. We're waiting.
we're waiting. Our inbox, our email is. Just
It's
kidding.
in the bio. Yeah,
Hmm.
check it out.
Yeah. But yeah, that was kind of how my Christmas with Santa went. Then it just kind of like disappeared. But what are some of the things you remember doing with your cousins? Like would you guys play games and stuff?
Okay, so you said something earlier that I
Hmm.
wanna I wanna pride myself on real quick.
Uh-huh.
You said that your older cousins, when they stopped getting gifts from Santa, they went all bah humbug on you.
Hmm.
Me and my little cousin have a 9-year age gap, so I was
Uh-huh.
9 years old, right? And they were baby, and so
Uh-huh.
when they believed in Santa,
Hmm.
right? She believed in Santa. Her parents did everything to make sure Santa was real. I was
Hmm.
not bah humbug about it. I
Got it.
would I would fully commit. I made sure that kid believed in Santa because I never got it. So I was like, this
Uh-huh.
kid better believe in Santa. I don't
Uh-huh.
care. And then one year, cousin takes me upstairs, opens the
Uh-oh.
closet door. I found my gifts. I know Santa's not real. I was
No.
like, what do you mean? Like Santa's not real? What are you
Just
talking
brought them for
about?
your parents so they could hold on to
I
it.
was like, I think these are the ones from your parents. Maybe Santa's getting something else. And then she was like, no, I know. Like I'm
Oh
aware. And I was like,
no.
all right, well, I'm not gonna tell your parents. So you figure out how you want to tell your parents. And then they were like, no, I still believe in Santa to my parents so I can get more gifts. And I was like, good. So I egged
Smart.
I egged it on. I was like, keep believing in Santa.
Exactly.
But it was
Honestly,
it was
keep
so
believing.
funny.
Yeah, keep believing until you stop getting gifts.
Yeah. It was so funny because like literally
Hmm.
opened the closet door, like I found it. I was like, oh man, why did your parents put it in here?
Yeah. Aw. You know what? That reminds me now of because or I think in our first Christmas episode we talked about what was our favorite gift we had ever received
Hmm.
and completely forgot about it, but you just sparked something in me. I remember when we got home one year, we were living with my aunt and her kids, so my cousins. And that one year, like we got home from a Christmas party and there were like bikes lined up. Like all of us got bikes and we were so excited. And the next morning we went out to like the parking lot in front and we were all riding our bikes and it was so much fun.
That's so
So
cute, all of you
yeah, we all
together.
got bikes.
That's a
And
really
there were three girls, so me and then my sister and my cousin, we all
Mhm.
got matching purple bikes. I remember what they
Oh,
looked like. They were so fun.
that is a good gift for a
Yeah.
child.
Yeah, it really is. Speaking of gifts, what type of holiday shopper are you? Are you a Black Friday shopper? Do you like shop all year long? Are you a last minute shopper? What's the tea here?
I'm a Black Friday shopper. The sales,
Really?
give me all the sales. I
Cyber Monday.
Cyber Monday, yes. But I start making my list a little earlier. So
Hmm.
in years past, I feel like October is when I start thinking about it.
Oh,
Like
okay.
late October, early November, I start thinking
Mm-hmm.
about what to get people. And
Mm-hmm.
it's funny because again, my birthday's in October. And so when I like receive gifts for my, if I ever receive gifts for my birthday, that's when I start thinking about giving gifts. And so I
Mm.
start making mental notes in October. And then in November, I'll like start actually being like, okay, what should I get specifically for each person by Cyber
Mm-hmm.
Monday? Hopefully I have an idea so I could purchase everything by Cyber Monday.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot do last minute because I get so scared with shipping and stuff. I like shopping online because I feel like it's you can do more specific shopping. So like for
Mm-hmm.
example, if I want to buy something on Etsy, then it's easier for me to shop online, obviously, and like think about it
Mm-hmm.
earlier to make sure it's here before Christmas. And so that's why I'm an early bird when it comes to the Christmas gift shopping.
Yeah, you really are.
Thank you.
I am I'm like a kind of last minute, but not really last minute. So I wait till like December. As soon as December starts, that's when I start thinking about, okay, what am I going to get people? And then I start as like it depends. Like, do I have to order it online or can I go in store and buy it?
Hmm.
So it just really depends on that. But I tend to be a very last minute shopper, sadly. And I think I just work better under pressure, to be honest. Cause like I do everything last minute, my editing last minute, like
I get that.
deciding to go somewhere last minute, like
Hmm.
everything's last minute for me. Packing last minute. So
I
yeah.
get it. Under pressure helps.
Yeah, it really does. It really makes you get things done. You know, I saw this, I think it was a TikTok where this guy was like, why why do things early and stress for so long when you can just stress for a couple hours when you're doing it last minute? I'm like, yeah, that's so true. And then you're done and you're you're over it. So
That is true.
it's a smart way
But
to go about life.
I feel like because I do it so early, I don't even stress usually.
Yeah. No, that's good though. I really
Yeah.
should be more like that. I should like plan ahead and like really like not stress myself out, but I do it every year. I wanted to ask you. So I saw on your bullet journal, which if you're not following Nyla, you should check out her Noted by Nyla on Instagram. She posts her bullet journals. And this year for one of her spreads, she had a little envelope where she puts Christmas cards, right? And you send them out. I think that's so cute because like no one sends Christmas cards anymore. And that's a tradition I remember from back then. I remember like our aunts and uncles would write Christmas cards and then we'd like exchange it and we'd have displayed like by our Christmas tree,
Oh,
like all
like
the
the
Christmas
family
cards we
card type of
got.
situation?
Yeah.
Hmm.
So you still do that? Like you still send family and friends?
I just mean like regular cards, like
Uh-huh. Oh, you just
my
write out
Christmas
like a
love
card.
letter type of situation. Yeah. And
Ah,
so
okay.
the cards to send idea, it's sometimes I do have to send them. Like I have
Mm-hmm.
friends who are out of state who I've sent cards to before in the past. But
Mm.
it's just more of a reminder of who I need to write cards for. And
Uh-huh.
I usually do that around this time of the year also, like before Christmas. So like
Mm-hmm.
around the 15th, 16th, this week, I'll like
Mm.
write all my love letters and be like, okay, we know who's this person for, like what do I need to
Mm.
write?
Mm. Makes
Mhm.
sense. Yeah, that was something that I remember like when we were growing up we would have, but then it just kind of stopped. Like people stopped giving out like Christmas cards, and I was like, oh, that's kind of sad. But then also I don't give out Christmas cards, so it's like, you know,
Did your
shouldn't
family ever
expect
do
it.
it?
We did back when other people would do it. We would all do it. Mainly it was like
Hmm.
our family. We wouldn't like
Hmm.
send it to like random strangers or anything, but we would all bring over like cards, and it was just cute because it was like cute little cards, and it was a nice thought, right? Because it's not like necessarily a gift, but it's just like a card, like wishing your family a very Merry Christmas type of thing. And
From
it was
our
cute.
family to
To
yours.
yours, exactly.
Hmm.
Which was kind of giving like Valentine's Day when you would get a little Valentine's card from someone, and it was like from me to you. It's like who's me and who's you.
Dude, I remember when kids would do that. And because I would be, this is so funny. I would be the person who would check every card and see like who gave me cards. And so when someone would
Uh-huh.
write from me to you, I'm like, who is this one from?
Yeah. And then you would have to like go down your list and like try to figure out who it was, who that rude person is that says from me to you. But I remember that I would like write everyone's name and I would like
Yeah.
cross it off the list and be like, okay, this person's done. And then I would like specifically pick out a card. Okay, this person, this one's
The
probably gonna be
bigger
my
ones that came in the
friend.
pack, like your
Yeah.
best friends.
Yeah, and then make sure you don't give boys with cooties the two like cutesy ones because you don't want to give
Hmm.
them the wrong idea. So you had to get them like the just the regular ones.
I'm glad we're on the same page about that because I same situation. Look at every single what each card says and make sure it matches the person I'm giving it to in my class.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, because you don't want to give anyone the wrong impression on Valentine's
Yeah,
Day.
I'm not telling anyone I like them through a
Yeah.
Valentine's Day card.
Yeah. If you had a crush, you give them specifically like the worst one just so they know you don't have a thing for them.
Hmm. Actually, that
Yeah.
is crazy.
Yeah. That's funny. Valentine's Day was a fun time though. But do you remember having Christmas parties at school?
It was like more of an end of the year party. I remember.
Mm.
There was, oh my God, actually, sixth grade. I don't know why this happened, but we had like a big Christmas party type of situation. We all dressed up. We were playing Christmas music. Like my teacher decorated our entire classroom, and it
Mm-hmm.
felt so Christmassy. And it was still on like the last day before break, but it was a full
Mm-hmm.
on Christmas specific party. And it was, we
Mm.
had gingerbread houses, and we all made gingerbread houses, and it was like a full day of just Christmas activities. And I think
Mm.
that's like the only year we really did it for full on Christmas. I think before that we did Christmassy things, but it was more of
Mm-hmm.
like a pizza. Some people bring like snacks and stuff, end of the year
Yeah.
party situation.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I
What
remember
about
we would
you?
do Secret Santas during those. Did
Really?
you guys ever do them?
We did a white elephant one year.
Oh, okay.
I'm telling you, Secret Santa wasn't really a thing for me. Thank
Really? That's so
God.
crazy. Maybe Secret Santa's like a Arizona thing or something.
I just
But yeah.
never, I'm glad I didn't because sounds like it sucks.
Yeah. Yeah, no, now actually I remember back I've never had a good Secret Santa experience. So this was like fourth grade. This is the one year I remember doing Secret Santa. And this is like the
Hmm.
year I remember most. Cause also that's when I met Ruby. So I've known her since fourth grade and we
Wow.
yeah, we always like remember back to fourth grade, Mrs.
Hmm.
White's class. It
Hmm.
was a good time and we have so many memories from there. But I remember we did a Secret Santa and the person that got me was inspired off of because the teachers did a Secret Santa
Hmm.
and the teacher that got my teacher did a like a little not a scavenger hunt necessarily, but kind of like a guess who I am
Hmm.
type of game. And so the person that got me did that as well. And she really played up what she got me. But I think I remember getting like a snow globe and maybe like I don't even know what else I got. All I
Hmm.
remember was that snow globe. Um, but I remember I got the girl that I got her something good. It was like a toy that everyone wanted. And I was like,
Hmm.
which okay, this is kind of funny because back then when you were in fourth grade, you were still a kid. Now you're in
Yeah.
fourth grade and you're like a preteen. Like you don't even do things that kids do. Like
Oh
you're on your
yeah, yeah, yeah.
phone, you're
Yeah, yeah.
dressing up like you're a teenager type thing. Back
12-year-olds
then,
are like 16 now.
yeah, and
Yep.
back then, like we were 12, but we were still playing outside,
Yeah,
believing
we
in the
were
tooth
kids.
fairy, and like,
Yeah.
yeah. So that's one thing I'm very grateful for is that I still got to experience that because it was
They
so
did
fun.
grow up very they grow up very fast now.
Yeah, yeah. So it's like it's kind of like when I talk about it, and I'm like, oh yeah, I was in fourth grade when I still believe in Santa, and then like saying that now, it's like, oh, like you were too kiddish, but no, it's like everyone back then was like still a kid. So it's
Hmm.
just it's funny, like reminiscing now. But yeah, we did a Secret Santa. I remember like it sucked, but the party was good. Like I remember, I think our teacher, one thing I will say is that teacher did go all out for like holidays.
Hmm.
And in the morning, she made us French toast. That was the first time I ever tried French toast and it was really
You
good.
were like, "Ooh, bougie bread."
Ooh, okay. So this is what it's like to go to a good school. Yeah, but we did that. And then later on, I remember we all brought something like a snack. Some people brought pizza, some people brought brownies,
Hmm.
cupcakes, all of that. It was the holiday school parties were my favorite because people would always
Yeah.
bring their homemade stuff. And I was like, yes. But yeah, it was fun. And then, did you guys ever do like the Christmas concerts?
Yes. Yes, we did. And I will never forget my kindergarten. Like kindergarten was the year.
Uh
And we
huh.
did the one song, "These are a few of my favorite
Favorite.
things."
Yeah.
We did that one, and I like knew the lyrics and I knew everything, and it was so cute because we would all dress up and we would all get together in
Hmm.
the auditorium and we would sing. And then as a kindergartner, we would see the older kids do the like show choir stuff. And
Uh-huh.
back then we would have people from our middle school, because our middle school is really close to where my elementary school is. And
Mhm.
so the show choir kids from middle school would come to the elementary school and like perform. And it was like such
Mhm.
a big deal. And I remember I used to love that stuff. And people thought I was weird, but I used to love it.
No, I would have thought you were weird because I loved it too. I remember
We
I
would have been
loved
friends.
going to those. Yeah, we would have been friends,
Yeah.
little nerds. Yeah, I remember those. And it was also fun because back then they also used to sell like baked goods. And I remember
Hmm.
that I would always look forward to that. And I would tell my mom, Mom, do you have money? Do you have money? Or I remember they would sell like hot Cheetos, like the little baggy hot Cheetos or like
Hmm.
different snacks, Capri Suns. It was always so fun. And now they're just kind of boring. Like you would, well, from when my sisters were there, you would just go listen to the concert, leave. Like no one was selling nothing. And I remember that was
Hmm.
like one thing I looked forward to was that they were selling stuff. Like they had concession stands. I was so excited for that, but no, it's just kind of like starting to get more and more boring.
Christmas is so different for all of us. And it's so
Hmm.
interesting learning more about what it's like to have siblings on Christmas Day and like what it's like for me, who's not grown up in a traditional family sense with there's no, we don't really believe in Santa. I still can't, like, am I weird for not believing in
No,
Santa my
no,
entire
you're
life?
not. No, it's valid because you didn't grow up with like,
I also
believing in
never,
Santa.
I never spoiled it for anyone. I wasn't that kid.
Hmm. That's all that matters. Did
Yeah.
you believe in the tooth fairy?
Yeah, we kind of discussed it last episode, but
Hmm.
at first I did, because my first tooth I ever lost, there was money under my pillow. And then
Hmm.
after the first tooth, I knew it was my mom because she was just so obvious about it. Okay, I have one question.
Hmm.
In a future scenario, not that, I don't know what our futures are going to look like, but if you ever
Hmm.
had children,
Hmm.
would you
Oh yeah.
do all the things?
Oh yeah. I
Yeah.
think it I think it's what makes it magical. Like,
Hmm.
it's something that I remember back and it's like one of the best memories from my childhood. Even if you find out about it from like other kids in school, like it's still just it makes that time of the year fun.
Hmm.
Is that something you think you would pass on or do you think
Oh,
maybe it's like
100%.
okay.
I would go
Oh,
so hard. I would be your dad in this situation. I would run after Santa
jumping
for a
over the
child.
fence.
Yeah,
That's
I would
funny.
do
That's
it.
Yeah. Okay, that leads me to my other question I had for you that I completely forgot. But Elf on the Shelf. That's something we never did, but I think it's kind of fun.
Okay, so my little cousin did
Uh-huh.
have one. I thought that thing was the creepiest thing in the world,
Really?
because it would be
Okay,
sitting
that
in a
makes sense.
corner and staring at me. And I
Very
was
nice.
like, mind you, I was like 11, 12 years old, so I was a little bit
Mm-hmm.
older, but I was like, why is that little thing staring at me?
That's funny.
But
Yeah.
I would carry it on. I would do
Uh-huh.
it because I feel like it's so fun coming up with like different
The
ideas.
ideas.
It's more so
Yeah.
for me than for the
Yeah,
kid.
no, really, really, because that's what I that's what I always think about. Like, okay, if I ever have kids and like I get them toys, like those toys are for me. I'm like gonna get all the toys that I could never have when I was younger,
Hmm.
and I'm gonna
Yeah.
relive it. I'm gonna have myself a little kitchen, and I'm gonna be cooking things up in there. Okay. Yeah, I love seeing like all the parents go all out for their kids on TikTok, on Instagram, and they get very creative with it, and it's just really, really fun. And
Hmm.
that's definitely something I think I would do if I had kids because I honestly don't know if I want them.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know about my future and like where, but if I was ever in a scenario where I had to
Hmm.
like pretend Santa was real, I would pretend Santa's real.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, no, definitely a tradition we would pass on.
Hmm. Well, I can't believe that this is it for our Christmas episodes. Crystal, how did we get this far?
I don't know how many episodes. This is our 10th episode.
This is number 10.
Wow,
Like
wow,
it's crazy.
that's insane. Yeah, no, who would have thought we would have started this and we'd been 10 episodes in. I would have thought we would have quit like 5 episodes in.
And I
But
mean,
look
we
at us.
were we were early November. Oh yeah, look at us. Who would have thought?
Yeah,
All right.
yeah, who would have thought?
You know which meme I'm talking about.
No,
The Paul Rudd Hot Ones where he's sitting across from himself and he's like, "Look at us."
no, I've
Who would
never
have thought?
seen that one.
What? Okay, I
No,
have to I have to educate Crystal about this meme.
no, you do because
Look
I
it
didn't
up.
even know that Paul Rudd was on Hot Ones.
Yeah, they've all been there.
What?
Paul Rudd Hot Ones meme. Look it up. While Crystal does that, I do want to quickly thank everyone, as it's tradition for me to thank everyone in the end of the episode for listening to us this far. Did you find it?
Yes.
Okay. Crystal's been educated.
We love Paul Rudd.
We do. But we love our audience also.
More.
Yeah. No, we really are so grateful. I still can't believe we made it 10 episodes in. We started this off just thinking, oh, it'll be fun. And then I remember early November, we were thinking about episode ideas for November. And all of a sudden we're like, Christmas. We hadn't even filmed half of our episodes for November, but we were already thinking about Christmas. And for us to be filming our last Christmas episode, kind of crazy.
Yeah, no, it's crazy, first of all, that it's Christmas time. Because, I mean, where did the year go? Yeah. But it's even crazier that we've made it 10 episodes in. And it's a fun experience. And I look forward to talking to you every single week. And I look forward to you guys listening to us every single week. It's a fun time. It doesn't even feel like we're like putting in work. It's fun. Me saying it, you're the one editing it.
Hey,
like there's honestly, no work behind this.
Editing is fun though, because
it really is.
As Crystal, I think, has said in her vlogs, go check it out, link below. But we get to re-listen to our conversation, and it's like we're listening to two strangers talk. There was one episode of Vlogmas where Crystal put in a piece of our episode in her vlog. And it was so weird listening to it because it felt like I was listening to two strangers, even though I'm watching Crystal's vlog and I know it's our podcast. But I was like, oh my God, these strangers are just talking about books. Like,
yeah. And they're so cool. I don't know who they are, but they're so funny. Cool. Yes. No, I love this. This is probably one of my favorite things we've done this year.
Oh, definitely. Also, our Christmas decorations might be up still in our next couple of episodes, as we've mentioned before, we pre-record. So just in case you still see Christmas decorations in future episodes, just know we are pre-recording.
Anyways, thank you so much again for listening to us. Make sure you guys are subscribed. Hopefully you're subscribed by now. If you're not, subscribe and turn on those post notifications so you can get notified whenever we post a new video. Follow us on our socials, all linked down below for you. That's YouTube, Instagram, and if you want to listen to us on Spotify, Google Podcast, hopefully maybe next year we can do more. But for now, you can find us on those two and Anchor as well. But yeah, thank you guys again so much for taking the time to listen to us, and we hope you all have a very Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays if you do not celebrate Christmas.
Are you forgetting something?
Am I forgetting something? Oh,
yeah.
And again, sorry for the spam.
There you go. Bye-bye.
Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Laughing all the way. Ho, ho,
yeah.
Ho.